So we're starting off with what I think is the easiest part of these jumpsuits, and that's the pants. So starting off here, this is going to sort of be the waistline area of the pants, and then the hem is going to be somewhere down here, just so you have a perspective of how this is going. So we're first going to cut out the two front pieces of the legs. If you're already familiar with making pants, then this is going to be, I feel like, a walk in the park for you, except in this case there's not going to be a zipper front or anything like that. So first thing we're going to do is to measure out or mark out all of the horizontal points. So we already have this line here, the top of the fabric sort of acting as our waistline. Then I'm going to mark my hip line, which is the distance between the waist and the hip, and then I'm going to mark my crotch depth, and after the crotch depth we're also going to mark the hem. One thing you want to take note of when you're making the bottom part of your jumpsuit versus when you're making a pair of pants just without, like, not as a jumpsuit, is that oftentimes on the jumpsuits the crotch depth and the hip line often like sit lower, because jumpsuits are, the pants part of the jumpsuits are often higher waisted than where most people would wear their pants. So this all depends on the measurement. So wherever you want your waistline to fall, that would be this part right here, that line that is going to be joining the bottom to the bodice of the rest of the jumpsuit. Wherever you want that to fall, be sure to take your measurements appropriately. So don't just transfer your pants measurements to this. This is just something to keep in mind. Now let's carry on. So all of the horizontal points are marked. I trimmed off the top here so I could have a straight, clean edge. So waistline, hip line, crotch depth, and the hem is over here. And now we're going to go back and focus up here. Okay, so I'm starting on my hip line, and I'm going to take my hip measurement, divide that by 4, and then I'm adding 4 inches of allowance, because I want a loose, baggy-ish fit, not baggy actually, just loose fit for the legs of my jumpsuits basically. So I'm going to add 4 inches of allowance to my hip measurement there, and then on the crotch depth I'm going to divide my thigh measurement by 2, and I'm also adding 4 inches for looseness. So as you probably saw me do, I added an extra inch. So instead of 4 inches for looseness on the thigh, on the crotch depth, I added 5 inches because I marked the first one, and then I thought, maybe let me add an extra inch. But if you're not going for that very loose fit, then it's fine for you to not add as much allowance as I'm doing. Also, you get to see the result of all of this extra allowance that I'm putting in. So if you see my end result and you decide, I don't want my pants that loose, then you don't need to add as much allowance. Now on the waistline, I'm going to take what I have here on my hip line, take out an inch from that, and transfer that up here. Now, after doing that, starting at that point that you mark, you're going to place the starting point of your measuring tape there, and you're going to measure out this way. And what you're measuring out is your waist measurement divided by 4 plus 3 inches. 2 inches for sewing allowance, 1 inch for dart allowance. And then, as you saw me do, once that point was marked, I just freehanded a connection from this point to my hip line. So it's kind of slightly curved, as you can see here. So the next thing that I'm going to do is connect this point to this point with a straight line, and then I'm going to create a curve, that crotch curve, to connect this point right here to this one over here. And now that this top part is done, I'm just going to take what I have here, and I'm going to trace that all the way down, because the pants just go straight down from the crotch. So no, it's not fitted anywhere. There's not an extra flare. They're just straight and loose. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that and just go all the way to my hem. So here's what the 2 front legs of my pants look like. Now we're going to go ahead and cut the back. Now both sides of both the front and the back pieces of my pants or bottom half of my jumpsuit have been cut. So once again, I just wanted to show you the difference between the front piece and the back piece, and especially at this crotch area right here. So you can see my back piece 1.5 inches and then my front piece. So this is basically what it looks like. Other than that inner thigh area, the outer thigh and the hem and the waist, same thing. So now we're going to proceed to the bodice. I actually considered doing a princess cut for the front of this top, but I decided against it just now, and I hope I didn't make a mistake. But anyway, I'm making sort of a pattern for the bodice, and I'm going to make it in such a way that I can use the same paper, because first I'm drafting the back, and I'm also going to kind of draft the front on top of that. As I explain, you see what I mean, so that I can use the same piece of paper for both the front and the back pieces, even though they're slightly different. So first thing I always do is to mark out my zipper allowance if there's going to be a zipper at the back, and then I'm also going to mark the length. This is the shoulder area, and so we're going this way in terms of length and this way in terms of width. So for my zipper allowance, I typically use 1.5 inches, so I'm going to mark that all the way down the center back, and then I'm going to mark my length after that. Okay, so now that that is done, I'm going to come up here and I'm going to measure my shoulder width. So this is usually divided into 2. So half of that shoulder width for me is 7 inches. Next, I'm going to come down by 1 inch. Then I'm going to come here and I'm going to, from this line, mark the width of my neck. So this is honestly based on your preference. So if you want a wider neckline, if you want a more narrow neckline, that's completely up to you. For me, 3.5 inches should be just fine. Actually 3.25. And then neck depth for the back, I often just use 1.5 inches if I'm just going for basic. And then I just use my free hand to create the curve. And now I can connect this point to that point. And now from that point, I'm going to mark my armhole depth. And this is your bust measurement divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches. So I sort of created an L shape with that. Now on that line where I have the end of my armhole, I'm going to mark my bust measurement divided by 4 and 1 inch for sewing allowance. And for all of these horizontal measurements, you're starting from this line right here, not here. And then on this line right here, you take your waist measurement, divide that by, because this is right where your waistline is, right? So you take your waist measurement, divide that by 4, and then you add an inch for sewing allowance and an inch for the dart. And so now we connect this point to that point. Now on my zipper allowance right here on the waistline, I'm going to come in by half an inch. So we have our 1.5, and I'm just going to mark half an inch from the outer part, right like this. And then right around where the underbust falls. So I measured the distance from my shoulder to my underbust. And so right around there, I'm just going to mark that. That is sort of where I start to come back up. So I'm going to mark this half an inch all the way to this point, and then I'm going to sort of fade it back into this. Just watch what I'm doing. And then at my armhole, you can see that we have a sharp corner right here. I'm just going to freehand a curve right at this corner. And this is basically it for the back of the bodice. Now I'm going to also see if I can draw what the front is going to look like on top of this, so that after using this for the back, I can still take it, trim out all the excess, and use it to cut the front. Hope that makes sense. Now, first of all, one of the differences between the back and the front, we don't have a zipper on the front of this bodice. So all of the measurements from the front, we're going to be starting from this line, and we will be ignoring everything here. Secondly, the neckline is very different from the back. So while the shoulder width, that's the width of this, is exactly the same, the way it progresses into the neckline is very different. So we're going to be creating the neckline for the front. In terms of the depth, I think the depth that I want for my front neckline, I'm thinking maybe 7 inches. I don't know, I hope that's not too much. Let me double check. Actually, I'm going to go 8. So 8 inches. I'm going to mark that right here. And then I kind of want to sort of create the shape with this. You can see I'm just getting closer to the armhole like that. And the neckline is supposed to be just a very subtle sweetheart neckline situation. So just like very subtle, so barely even there. So it just goes off a bit. And that is what I think. So, and then the armhole, because this is going to be a sleeveless situation, I'm going to find the midpoint of my armhole, which is 8 inches, so midpoint is 4. And at that midpoint, I'm going to come in by about half an inch, right? So coming by half an inch, and then I'm just going to use this to create a new armhole for this front piece. And just connect this point here. So that's the new armhole, that's the new neckline, and I think that's it, because this is really the difference between the front and the back. Neckline, armhole, and then there's no zipper at the front. So I think we're ready to cut this out. So first of all, because the bigger piece is the back, I'm going to cut out the back, and then I would cut out the front after we use the back. I almost just messed it up and cut the armhole of the front, but I was able to tape it back together, and so now we have a pattern paper for the back bodice. So I'm going to get my fabric, and we're going to actually cut this out on the fabric. Let's go. So I have my fabric folded over, and that means we're getting 2 pieces because you need 2 for both halves of the back. And I have my pattern paper pinned down. So I'm going to go ahead now and cut this out and then take out the pattern so we can use it for the front. Here's what that looks like now, the front. For that, I completely forgot that I was going to be lining the top. So I'm also going to cut back pieces in my lining before going to the front of the top. So now that we're done with those pieces, I'm going to first of all fold away the zipper allowance because we don't need that for the front. And then I'm going to cut the actual neckline of the front and the armhole. So now we're going to use this to cut on the fabric and the lining. For the front piece, as you know, we don't have a zipper, so this center right here is cut on a fold. So I have my fabric folded over, and that is where this is. So it is folded over, and I just wanted to make that clear because for the back I know that we made it 2 pieces. For the front it's just 1 piece, so it's cut on a fold. Let's cut. So front pieces are all done. So here's what all our pieces look like together. We have the bottom, the pants part, and then we have the bodice, the back, and the front. I'm also going to be doing side pockets, so they would be on the front piece of the pants, but I'm not going to be filming that process here because I do have a video or a few videos where I describe that whole process. So I will link in the description box a video where I made side pockets on my pants exactly like I'm going to do here, just so this video is not unnecessarily long. Next, I'm going to prep the pieces by taking them to my serger because tweed frays quite a bit. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So this is where we're at right now with the jumpsuits. I've done all of my rough edges, but anyway, the next thing that I'm going to be doing is joining the 2 front pieces of the legs together by the crotch. But I also just wanted to show you what my front bodice looks like before doing that. So because I want to join, like I like to have the whole front ready and then the whole back ready. So before prepping the bodice pieces, I'm just going to join my 2 front legs by the crotch, and then we would proceed to prepping the bodice pieces together. That's basically attaching the lining, pressing everything, and creating those darts. So let's get to it. Now for the bodice, we have all the shell pieces here. I have my lining off to one side, but on the main fabric itself, I have my front piece and my 2 back pieces, and I have sort of laid them so that the shoulders are right next to each other, because this is the first thing that I'm going to do. I'm going to join the shoulders together on the wrong side, of course. So I'm going to flip it this way and then sew the shoulders together, both shoulders. So I'm going to do this on my shell piece and on my lining piece as well. Alright, so now we have the shoulders of the lining and the shell pieces joined together, and this is what it looks like. I also went ahead to do my darts on the lining piece on its own and then on the main fabric as well. So I have all of my darts for the bodice all done. The next thing that I'm going to be doing is joining the neckline, and I'm just going to, you can see that this is the wrong side of the fabric, so I'm just going to start here and go all the way around back to this point here, and then I'm also going to be top stitching for the neckline. And before turning it right side out, I'm also going to sew the armhole as well, both sides. My main concern here is turning it right side out. This area right here is going to create such a small channel by the time the neckline and the armhole are sewn, and I'm concerned about how well this would be able to fit through there. Not really sure what's going to happen. I'm going to just do the neckline, do the armhole, and see if I can turn it right side out. If not, I'm going to have to figure something else out. But yeah, here's what the bodice looks like. Shoulders joined and completely lined. So the whole thing worked out with turning it right side out. So this is what it looks like. My lining is on the other side, and this is my main fabric here. And I also, when I did the darts on the bodice, I also did the darts on the pants as well. So the next step would be to join each panel of the pants and the bodice together. So the front panel, I'm going to join it to the front of my pants, and each half of the back, I'm going to join it to the corresponding half of the back of the pants. And this is, I just put the zipper there, so like, because that's where it's going to be. And yeah, this is looking really good. Progress updates. This is what it looks like. So I've joined the bottom for the front and then for the back pieces, and we have the zipper there for where the zipper is supposed to be. Also, I wanted to show you, when I was joining the bottom of the back to the top, I joined it just to the main fabric and not to the lining. I initially did it to the lining, but I had to seam rip that because of the zipper. So when I would be attaching the zipper, I want to attach it in between the lining and the zipper so that it looks like it has a cleaner finish basically. So now that they are joined together and we have these long pieces and like the whole thing is basically connected, I'm going to proceed to actually flip this over and sew on the side seams. Oh wait, actually no, I think it will be easier to actually install the zipper first of all before folding it over and joining by the sides and joining the inner thighs. So now the zipper, I really am just going to attach the zipper to the main fabric itself, not the lining. So I'm going to place it this way, as you can see, face down like this, and then I'm just going to sew it down just like you can see here. And I'm going to do this on both parts of the zipper before going ahead to join the crotch of the back, so that the back pieces can become one piece, and then we will have our front piece. I'm going to do this and show you what it looks like, because I feel like what I'm saying is not making much sense. Now with my zipper installed to just the main fabric and not the lining, I'm going to go ahead and close this area up with my lining. And what I'm simply doing is to open up the zipper. Hold on. So with the zipper opened up, I'm going to flip the lining around, lay it this way, and then just sew it right like on the extra allowance of the zipper, and then flip it right side out, so that way this rough edge of the lining would be tucked in and we would have a clean finish for our zipper on the neckline, and even when it turns to the wrong side of the dress. So after I'm done cleaning up that zipper area, I'm just going to flip the front part back over to the back, and then I'm going to join them together by the sides and by the inner thighs as well. And yeah, we would be done. Wait, actually I think that's okay. No, we still have to hem the pants, but I think I can do all of that and then show you what the finished look would be like. Here's the finished outfit. First of all, okay, for the jacket, I just threw this on because I made this with the same fabric and I wore this as a set, but I followed a tutorial from Style by Reme here on YouTube, and I sort of made a few adjustments and edits to my version of it. So I will link her tutorial in the description box if you want to make a jacket with this sort of color. But here is the jumpsuit that we just made. So this is our jumpsuit. What it looks like. I'm not going to lie, like on one hand I kind of feel like are the legs too baggy, but honestly I think I like that. Like, I don't know, I'm going back and forth between really liking the bagginess of the pants and also thinking maybe I should take it in just a bit. Let me know what you think in the comment section. But I definitely love the fabric. Like the sequins are just sparkling in the light. I don't know if the camera is picking this up, but I also really love that I have pockets. My favorite part of a lot of my projects, honestly. But this is the jumpsuit. I did have to, full disclosure, I did have to take in the sleeve, like the shoulder strap a bit in here on both sides because it felt a bit loose. But other than that, like, this is it. Pretty straightforward, you know, not a lot of drama. Honestly, I feel like the main what's it called, the main style of this show is honestly the fabric. I feel like the camera isn't really catching like how beautiful it looks in the light, but I really like it. Simple bodice, love the neckline, and yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section, and I will see you in my next video.